Big man, he's taller than me. Ready?
Yeah, we normally say Akwaba.
Yeah.
Meaning what?
Yeah.
As he said, my name is Kofi because I was born on a Friday, but my English name is Edward.
Coffee.
Kofi, yeah, Kofi.
You like coffee?
The significance of this particular grounds to the history of Ghana is that during our colonial era, the British were using these grounds as a field for playing polo. So it was called the Old Polo Grounds, meant for only British. Natives were not allowed to come here. So eventually, when it was due for us to get independence, symbolically, Dr. Nkrumah chose the same grounds to deliver his independence speech, more or less to spite the British. So that's the importance of this particular grounds to our history. The whole tour will take about 45 minutes, and we're going to visit about 3 different sections of the facility. You have a museum where you will see his pictures and some of his personal items. Right there is a mausoleum which contains his final remains. And there's also his statue and other ones on that side. So we're going to start our tour around his statue and then end up in a museum. And in the course of the tour, as he mentioned earlier on, we are allowed to ask as many questions as we may have. And we are also allowed to take photographs, except in the museum that we can't, but outside we are free to do so. Now you would notice that there are a lot of trees on this grounds. Some of them were planted by very prominent personalities who have visited here on different occasions. So this huge tree, for example, was planted in 1992 by the former president of Namibia. He's called Sambi Joma. There's one planted by Nelson Mandela of South Africa. We have one by Robert Mugabe, now having his own issues, and other African leaders who have visited here on different occasions. So let's head towards the statue that we can begin with a proper tour. But as we go along,
before you go, so why is this statue in pieces? Or
now that is one of his statues which was made soon after independence. A complete statue that was then erected in front of our first parliament building. In the year 1966, unfortunately, his government was ousted in a military coup, which it may not surprise you to know was funded by the CIA. So he had to go into exile in Guinea. So in the course of that particular uprising, a lot of his things were vandalized. So the statue was also attacked, and in the process some of the parts broke off. And until recently, even the head of the statue had been missing. It was found only in 2009.
Oh my God.
Somebody has been keeping it in Ghana. Apparently happens to be a woman who was one of his sympathizers. So when she went to the grounds and saw it lying there helplessly, she thought she could protect it. So she took it and had been keeping it for all these years. And she was getting older and not sure of how her kids were going to treat it. So she thought of donating it to the state. That's how come we have it.
She was European.
A Ghanaian. A Ghanaian woman kept it. Ghanaian.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's come this way.
Alright, so family, it is a whole lot of us, all these beautiful brothers and sisters. We're here to connect with the legend Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana's father's independence. And let me show you a statue that the head was knocked off. So this is what we were talking about a little while ago in a full vision. The shrine. Little Bomani here. Bomani, how are you?
Good.
You enjoying another day at Kwame Nkrumah Park? Remember you was here last year?
Yeah,
Just
come on, let's go.
nice dashiki. Got the red here and the orange dashiki. I got Johnny the green dashiki and his wife got the matching dashiki, and I wish I could have. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna flip the camera and show you my dashiki. We're all cultural up, and this here in Accra, Ghana, doing our city tour. Yesterday we was in the mountains, and now we're gonna just connect with the Pan-African history. And this is definitely my favorite site. You see the Black Star? And none of us should ever visit Ghana and not come here. This is an incredible park. And all of our legends should definitely have a great commemoration park built to honor and keep the energy going.
So as we continue